So, I'm sure pretty much the whole world knows about my situation because a woman I don't know from a hole in the wall decided to take my mugshot and run with it, not even knowing me or about my situation or anything. So for her to go run with that and allow the world to bash me as well as her bashing me, it just hurt because I'm not vindictive or evil like that. But of course, everybody else is gonna think it because they don't know me and they haven't even took the time to get to know me. But I've decided to voice my opinion because I can't continue to sit here and let the world bash me and me not have a voice. So, first off, ever since I was little, I've had self-esteem issues, and I didn't grow up with a father, so I was raised in a household full of women, and I wouldn't necessarily say that's what made me gay, but it probably played factors in why I am the way I am. But I feel like I just like me. That I think it's human nature. People just like what they like. Some men like women, some men like men, some women like women, some women like men. But okay, so when I was 15, I was messing around with this older guy, and we did what we did, and he ran off and never heard from him again. And a couple of weeks later, I came up real sick, like fever, flu symptoms. So I was getting worried, and my mother was getting worried too because of the lifestyle I live. So we went to the doctor, and my doctor drew my blood because I was getting tested. So a few days later, the results came in, and everything was fine. So I was just like, okay, good. But then months went by, and I decided to get retested because for some reason I just had this thought in my head like maybe that test wasn't accurate. So when I was so I got tested again, and then I was in school. By this time I'm 16, so I got checked out of school, and my mama dropped me off at the healthcare place, and the doctor eventually seen me, and they was like telling me I'm clear of everything they checked for. So I'm like, okay, good. And then they started acting odd, like their body language started changing. They started acting nervous or something. And then the woman said something like, "Who should tell?" Something like that. So I'm worried, and I'm like, "Tell me what?" And then she said, "What we did find out is you're HIV positive." And when she said that, I just broke down, and I was upset, and I just feel like there's no chance anybody can love me now, and like I feel like I just let everybody down. I'm gonna die, things of that nature. Just kept running through my mind. But then the doctor calmed me down, and she said that I can still live a full, healthy life if I get medication. So over the next course of months, I had went to the doctor in Little Rock, and I got my medication. And I started taking it. Eventually, I became undetectable. And for those who don't know, undetectable means the risk of transmitting to another person is low, and that it's lying dormant in your body. So it's not that much of it in your body. But what we did find out is okay, so they did a test to see if one medication would work on me, and it failed. And they said that probably meant because the person who infected me knew they had it and they wasn't taking their medicine properly. So that hurt me even more because I felt like I was betrayed and everything. And dudes were just taking advantage of me around this time. All they want to do is have sex and then never have fun. But I just accepted that I played a part in it too, and that was my mistake because I'm the one that chose to have unprotected sex with him. So I also gotta take part of the blame in order to move on and accept my faults. So I let me say this. For the people that's judging me, you can't walk a mile in my shoes. And all the people that's judging me, who's to say y'all won't get it? Who's to say y'all can't get it? Because I know a lot of y'all have had unprotected sex. Y'all just dodged the bullet, and I was one of the unlucky ones. But by the grace of God, y'all dodged the bullet, and y'all got lucky. But at the end of the day, how do y'all even know y'all don't have it? Because that's one thing I can say is that at least I know my status and I got tested, but a lot of y'all can't say the same because y'all don't get tested on a regular. But I'm not here to bash anybody, I'm just saying. And a lot of y'all talk about sex on Facebook and promote this promiscuity. And y'all pretty much, there's a lot of babies being born, so that goes to show y'all are having unprotected sex. And people just need to try to put themselves in my shoes, for one. And this ain't just a problem in the gay community because now it's in the straight community also. It's going on in the straight community. And my belief is because there is men that's on the DL stepping out on their relationship with their wife or their woman or whatever and sleeping with men, which I feel sorry for the woman because she's falling in love with a man that's living a lot. But I also feel bad for the DL man because society won't let them.
Oh, to get your ass across on the floor.
Because they're gonna get a lot of backlash. They probably got street credit or religious family, and they're gonna judge them without even trying to accept them. So I feel sorry for them too. It's just how life is. And as for the season, this is a man that has took advantage of me. He knows everything about me. We had a friendship, but I wanted it to be nothing more than a friendship. And every time we linked up, we would argue because he kept trying to force himself on me, trying to get me drunk, putting stuff in my drink to try to get me past that, I guess, or whatever, and try to take advantage of me. So one night he did get me drunk and we had sex, but I told him everything. He knew everything about me. He knew my stats and everything. So after that happened, he brought me home, and we had got so close, even though we was arguing all the time, and I considered him as a friend, that I still wanted to be in contact with him, and I kept texting him and not getting a response. So the last text I sent, I said, "You finally got what you wanted, and now you're doing with me." And I was just telling him pretty much like, did it hurt me? But then I'm already, cause I'm battling depression too, and I'm on medication for depression. And after that text, I still didn't get a text back, and that's the last time I heard from him. But this man is bitter because I don't want to be with him. So because it's the thing, the way this law is set up, anybody can run it and say, I slept with them to just to be evil and try to get me in trouble. And let's say, okay, let's say this guy has slept with numerous people, and let's say every last person on that list didn't have HIV, but I was the only one that had it. And because I'm the only one that had it, I'm gonna get accused of it. But out of all them people on that list, there could be others that have HIV, but they haven't got tested yet. And probably because they don't want to risk getting criminalized for it, like I am. They don't want to be in the same situation I'm in. So this criminalizing HIV doesn't do anything but promote and make people feel like it's best that they don't even get tested. And I also seen people say, "Oh, so that means so and so's got it because they knew I was dealing with them." And that just is crazy to me because y'all act like y'all haven't ever heard of safe sex. Safe sex is that helps lower the risk of transmitting anything that stops you from having kids. And even y'all thinking that goes to show if y'all think y'all's mindset is to believe that raw sex is the only sex that exists when it's not. There's condoms that exist in this world. So just because I have it and y'all know I dealt with somebody else doesn't mean they have it. Because when you have this disease, it's best to keep it safe. But it just hurts because I've had people turn their back on me that I thought was there for me. I've had people that I've been there for when they was down turn their back on me. And that just upset me and the comments were hurtful. Because I seen people saying I need to die, I need to get the license and all of that, and it's messed up to me. Especially since the accuser, he got to live his life. But I'm only 20 and I'm getting my life thrown away after I've already been taken advantage of and got this illness at a young age. And I just feel like there's so much more I got to live for. And that's really all I'm just trying to do. I'm just trying to get everybody to understand what's going on instead of jumping to conclusions. Because anybody that knows Kenneth knows
So that little boy got AIDS. I'm trying to turn my camera around. Well, I can't turn my camera around. I want to speak on what Keenan just said. Personally, I know him and I claim him as a child of mine. Like I said, not by birth, but by faith. And I feel like in his situation that he's being sentenced for somebody else's action. Is that fair here in America? I mean, like, really? Is that fair? For someone else to be sentenced for somebody else's action. This happened to him at a young age, and that person got to walk. The laws that we make really supposed to be made to protect us. Are these laws really protecting us, or is they destroying us? And like I said, I personally have met this child, have been around this child, and this child has the most beautiful heart, has the most beautiful attitude, and not only that, loves to really like enjoy life. And now his life is about to be taken again. His life was taken the day that that man poisoned him. And now they want to sentence him to death. Is that right, America? I find it very unfair. And I feel like this. Do you ever think his day, every day he getting up to face the world is not enough? Because there's some cruel people here in this world that say mean things like wishing death on him. Do you not know that man already gave him death by sleeping with him, knowing that he was infected? And that's a child, and he's only 20 now. But the law now wants to take what rest of his life he has and take it away. I don't find that fair at all. And he right, it's a lot of down low people here, and it's a lot of people out here that ain't getting tested, just laying up, raw dogging. I mean, it's really like sad. But the innocent ones always seem like always be the one to get hurt in a situation like this. And I'm like this. I don't care. I'm gonna speak for him. I'm going to support him. Because this right here is when us gays in our community should stand up for our own, especially when someone threw some poison in our rainbow. I could see he was out there literally doing it on purpose. But the people who doing it on purpose only get a handshake and get to move on with their life. But then the law want to sit here and take the rest of this child's life? Come on, people. And like I always say in my videos, if you knew better, you'll do better. I'm out. God bless.